we got here. We got a box that came from Fort Myers, Florida. And inside this box is a brand new Floyd Rose Bridge. And I think they call it a special. And there's also a brass block in here, a 37 millimeter brass block. So let's go ahead and show you what we got here. This bridge is off a guitar, a vintage guitar, 1992, I believe, in 1992, Peavey Axcelerator AX. This bridge actually says Peavey on it right here. You can see that. And then, if you look very closely at the situation, which is located right here, you can see that that says Patent Pending Floyd Rose. So I believe that this was made by Floyd Rose for Peavey, and this is actually a special knockoff of the Floyd Rose Special. So what happened to this bridge that made me replace it is the block that came on this bridge. You can see I can take this off by hand because it's stripped out. I'm afraid that the Floyd Rose, where the block bolts to the bridge, I'm afraid, and I'm not saying 100% for sure because I haven't measured anything, but I'm afraid that the holes on this block and the alignment of these screws are not the same as the Floyd Rose. We're going to go ahead and see how close it is, and hopefully I'll be able to put that in my guitar and use it. So when I open the box up, this is from Floyd Rose Direct. We got our springs. Okay, I had to order some springs, so I went ahead and ordered them from them. They're just regular, it says authentic parts, but I mean, it's just, okay, 6 springs. And then we got, let's go ahead and get this out. We got the 37 millimeter, I believe, block. All right, and this is the big brass block, the big, supposed to be the big beefy, I'm better than you situation block. So we're gonna go ahead and look at that. And then, once we get that out, we actually got the Floyd Rose Bridge, and they went ahead and threw a sticker in there of some sort or the other, says X Labs Guitar Hardware. So we got that along with it. And then we got the receipt, so we'll put that right there. Okay, the first thing that I want to do before we look at this, I want to go ahead and get this 37 millimeter block out. And the way that I deciphered that this is a 37 millimeter is that I actually measured mine out. That was pretty smart to do. If you ever order anything like this, you should always measure it out and make sure. And I can tell you, listen to this, I can tell you this thing weighs almost 4 times the weight as this does. Now, here is one of the problems that we have, and I want to show you that. And this is why I didn't just order a block. I went ahead and ordered the bridge because this block will not work on this. Yeah, that won't work, and here's why. Can you see the difference? Do you see the size of the holes on the Floyd Rose versus the licensed, authorized bridge? All right, you can see clearly that these holes are bigger, the threads are more beefier than this block over here. So now that we found out that the blocks are identically the exact same size, the thread angle and size is different on the blocks, and everything's looking good, kosher, except for that one error. Let's go ahead and open the bridge up. And since this is an old vintage guitar and the hardware is actually tattered, you can kind of see it's old. And I'm going to show you the guitar. What the bridge that I ordered was the antique bridge. So let's go ahead and pull it out of here. And it actually looks almost exactly the same. Let me show you a couple differences here. You can see the difference over here where my finger's moving. That's flat, this isn't. Alright, this has 2 hooks on it, whereas this has 1 hook and a flat spot right here. Alright, this one has a flat spot right here instead of the hook. It's the same size. The saddles are different than, the saddles are a little bit different on this one than they are versus this one over here. So what I might do, if everything works out, since this is a Peavey guitar and these saddles are specific to that Peavey guitar, I might take these saddles off and put them on this bridge if it works. All right. But you can see that they're almost identical as you look at them very closely. So one of the big differences versus this is the Patent Floyd Rose is you can see that Peavey has a spacer plate with these, whatever they're called, I don't know, versus the Peavey bridge, which is Floyd Rose authorized, does not have that. And also where the whammy bar actually goes, you can see that's different than this one over here. But other than that, they pretty much look almost exactly the same. Okay, so here's my guitar, and this is the body we're talking about. This is a Peavey Axcelerator AX. Now, the pickups are not original, and the neck, of course. When I bought this guitar, I don't know the whole history behind it. I actually picked this up in like 2000 or 98 or something like that. And when I bought this on eBay, there was something wrong with it because I actually had to put a Falcon neck on it, and you can see that right there. So this has got a Falcon, a Peavey Falcon neck on it. This is a very highly electronic gizmoed guitar, and these are very rare, all right? And there's probably a lot of people out there that really aren't into Peaveys, and you don't give a rat's shit about Peavey because, you know, you're thinking, oh, I'm a Fender guy and a Gibson guy and a Paul Reed Smith. But I can tell you that the USA model Peavey guitars, which that's what this is a USA model, 100% made right here in America. Even all the electronics were made in America at the time at the Peavey factory. This was one of the top of the line guitars that they sold, was the Axcelerator AX model. Now, originally, the pickups that went in here, and I still have them, were blade pickups. All right, they were Peavey blade pickups. So you had two singles, and then you had the humbucker. Now what I did here, now they actually sell little blocks that you can put in, but this is a block that I made for my guitar to actually hold the bridge in place where it'll lock the bridge down. And this is a homemade one. There's a lot of guys doing that now. They got these little bridge stoppers that you bolt in here, and it's got a little adjustable nut. But this was way before that even happened, and you can kind of see the bridge block that I made right there to hold it so it would not move, because these Floyd Rose bridges are basically a pain in the ass. And now we're going to go ahead and slide this in there, and we're going to see if it even fits. And I see that it does fit in there. It actually, yeah, it fits really good. It fits right in the cavity, just like that. You can see that. This would actually lock the bridge, and you can see it fits perfect. So the Floyd Rose bridge does fit in this guitar. So what I'm going to do is hopefully these nuts, or I'm sorry, these, what the fuck are these called? I'm kind of tongue-tied here, so help me out. Hopefully these will fit on this, because that way then I can go ahead and have the same contour, all right, as my neck does. Do you see what I'm saying? So hopefully I can take these ones off here and put them on here. So now that we found out that the bridge will work, what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and finish opening up the box here and see what else it comes with. So it comes with this little white box, and it feels like it's some type of hardware. Let's see what it is. It's kind of heavy, actually. Okay, this is all our hardware. Look what we got here with our Floyd. This is a complete bridge. A complete bridge. And I'm going to show this to you. Comes with everything. Look at that. It even comes, I didn't even have to buy any springs. It comes with springs. It comes with 2 Allen wrenches. It also comes with the spring hook kit. And then it also comes with the 2 knurls and the bridge end screws that actually hook on and hold it together. The block itself, let's go ahead and look at the block itself. Now this block here is the block that actually comes with the guitar, with the bridge. And then this is my 37 millimeter, and you can see the 37 millimeter is just a pinch taller. Let me go ahead and get this. Maybe it's not. Yeah, this is the same size. No, actually it is it's a hair bigger. I don't know if you can see that right there, but the 37 millimeter is a little bit bigger. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and install this block, and then we will install it exactly the same way with the name of the block facing the back of the adjustments here. And we'll get that on there just like this. And then we're going to go ahead and install this into the guitar, and we're going to see what happens. Alright, we went ahead and put the bridge on the guitar. 2 things I don't like about the Floyd Rose Bridge. Actually, I just added one onto it. There's actually several things I don't like about Floyd Rose, but one of them is the main thing. It's on the front. But another thing I don't like is, now this is pretty common, is when you add that big block to it, look real close and see what's going on. You got to modify your guitar to really actually work it, due to the fact that, do you see where it's dead end here? It's a stop. It's a stopper situation. Yeah, look at that right there. Now we don't have any strings on it yet. We don't have any tension, but 7 out of 10 times you need to modify your cavity right here so you can actually use this block. So the problem I have right now is that we need to take these screws out, I believe, and then we got to put in, I'm going to put the Floyd Rose ones in. Before I take these adjustment screws out, I'm going to take this right here, this measuring device, and I am going to measure the height. I want to measure the height of the screws, and they are exactly the same. Now what that's going to do, when I put the other ones in, that'll get me really close to the string height that I want. Okay, I got the screws out, so we're going to go ahead and see if these are the same thread. And I'm going to say that they are, because we've had pretty good luck so far. I'm going to say they might be. Let's put it that way. And if they're not, to really make this work, we'll have to drill these out to put these knurls in here. And you know what? These aren't the same thread. Wow. So to actually put this bridge on here the proper way and use the hardware that actually goes with this, I will have to take the knurls out that are inside here, and there are knurls in there. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do this before we go to all that. Let's go ahead and measure these out, and they actually look almost the same as far as where the bridge sits. I really don't want to go to that extent. These look like they actually sit the exact same way as this one. So I'm going to go ahead and just use the Peavey ones. I'm not going to mess with the Floyd Rose ones. So we're going to go ahead and put these screws back in here. Just like this. Okay, we got that all back in. We found out that these screws are different. Alright, I'm not going to go through the hassle right now to take these knurls out of here and have a chance of cracking or splitting the wood and then installing these ones. So we won't be using the Floyd Rose adjuster screws at all. So before I put the bridge in, I do want to show you, I did change out the saddles. I do have the Peavey Floyd Rose style bridge saddles on this, and then I went ahead and I looked at my picture I took, and I basically adjusted them as close as I can get. Now, this is another problem I had with this bridge, is that if you look at these black, those little black squares in there where the string actually clamps onto, on the Peavey bridge, there was 2 of them missing. All right, and when I talked to Floyd Rose, they don't sell those separately. I don't know why, but they don't. So when I had to replace them, the Floyd Rose ones are a little bit wider, so I had to basically grind and file them down to actually fit into the slots. But they do work, and work fine. Okay, I got the bridge back into the guitar. Let's go ahead and get this up in the air. This is something else I don't like about Floyd Rose, and I want to show you the difference between a Floyd Rose bridge and a Kohler bridge. If you look at this guitar right here, you can see the Kohler bridge. You don't have to jack it up. You don't have to pry it up and remove springs and all this to replace the strings. Easy access right here to get to this and make it work properly. I like the Kohler bridge versus the Floyd Rose bridge. I think it's a lot more versatile, and it actually is a lot more accurate when it comes to tuning, and it doesn't go out of tune and really, you know, make the system bad for you. It actually works great. And then, of course, when you're using a Floyd Rose bridge, you got to come over here and, you know, get a tool and start doing all this to it and hope that, you know, the son of a bitch will all stay together, and you got to get stuff going on like this and hope that you could pry it up to actually get to the adjusters, the string clamp bolts, and, you know, make sure that you can get all those to work, because this is how it is with this guitar, to make it work, and hope that the bridge doesn't come popping out in your face while you are working on it. And then once again, yes, they do sell a tool that you can use to get in there and jack your bridge up and all this other bullshit. But you kind of see what's going on here. It's a real fucking nightmare to fuck with this, and it actually sucks. So the strings that I'm going to put on this guitar, they're actually made by Ernie Ball. They're called Turbo Slinkies. And when you're working with a Floyd Rose bridge, basically that's the situation. You got to use these very, very super light strings, and it's a pain in the ass, but you know, that's Floyd Rose for you. And once again, if this guitar did not come with a Floyd Rose, I definitely wouldn't be putting a Floyd Rose in it. So we're going to go ahead and use the Turbo Slinkies, which are 9. I actually like using 1048s or 1052s, but on this particular guitar, and you know what, I actually got some down here. Let's go ahead and see what we got in stock. I don't want to go super big with this. I definitely don't want to do that. So I got some 12s and I got some 9s, 46s. We're going to go 9.5. That's going to give us a little bit more action on thickness on that E string. And the reason for that is because, you know, to break a string on this and have to replace it is a total fucking pain in the ass. I'm sorry for cussing, but that's life. So the way that I'm going to string this up, and I'm going to show you, it's very easy. We're going to take the string out. All right, you can see the string. And where the ball is right here, we're actually going to go up here, and then we will put the string in through the tuner and just let the ball ride right there like that. And then I'm going to pull up approximately, I don't know, we'll say a couple finger worth. That look like 2 fingers there to you? So we're going to go about 2.5 fingers up, and then I'm going to cut the rest of this off like this. We'll take our trusty antique needle nose pliers to do that with. And then we'll go ahead and install the string into the guitar if I can find my Allen wrench that I was using. I need my Allen wrench, and now I have lost my Allen wrench, and I don't know where the fuck it went. Motherfucker. Shit. Motherfucker. Where the fuck is that? I don't fucking believe this. Bitch. You motherfucker. It's right here. So then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and install the string into the guitar, and you can basically see what kind of pain in the ass this is to work on this fucking thing. Now you know why the guitar has sat in my now you see why the guitar has sat in my closet for 10 years. Now you know. And my bridge just came out of the hole. Yeah, this is your typical Floyd Rose action right here, people, of what you're watching me do. So the bridge just came out. There it is. Okay, so now we can go ahead and kind of get this back to where we were at, if we can get back to where we're at. I know it looks like I'm a dumbass and I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to tell you again, these bridges suck, okay? So then once we got the string in there, we'll come over here, and then we'll go ahead and trustfully get that string on our tuning peg where it will work, function, and play properly. Something else I want to go ahead and mention about the Floyd Rose, it would be easier if you had a T-handle Allen wrench instead of an Allen wrench like they give you, which is, this is a nice Allen wrench, and I mean, it's pretty cool that they give it to you, but in reality, a T-handle would be a lot better, especially if you got a nice guitar that you don't want to scratch and gouge. You would be better off with a, and do you see what I'm saying there? Just getting that Allen wrench out was a pain in the ass. It is a floating bridge right now, and the way the action looks really nice. But what we're going to do, now I only have 2 springs on here. I'm going to go ahead, now remember we did put the big block bridge in there, and the reason I put the big block in there, it's supposed to give it more sustain. If it does or not, I don't know, okay? But we're going to go ahead, and like I said, I'm not really here to use the bridge in its full form. And what I'm going to do to hold the bridge so it'll stay in place, I'm going to put 5 springs in here. And I actually, I don't know if you can see, I have the spring holder. I got it almost screwed up all the way to as far as I can get it up into as it'll go. And the reason for that, I want as much tension as I can. And the springs that I purchased from them are supposed to be the heavy duty springs, so I don't know. But we're going to put 5 springs on it and see how it holds with 5 springs. And if it holds the bridge in there like I think it's going to do, okay, hold on. Maybe I need to go to FU Guitar Parts and get me a spring tool. No, I don't think so. I think this will work fine for what we're doing here. There we go. Okay, get that last one in. So I got 5 springs in there, and I see that it brought my bridge all the way down to where I want it. So I went ahead and put 5 springs on it, and the springs seem to hold everything in place. I'm going to go ahead and tune this thing up. One more thing that I do, because we're not going to use the bridge at all. Now I could put the whammy bar on it. Let me go ahead and get that. I could actually put the whammy bar on it if I wanted to, like this. And then if I want to, you know, do a little dive action. Do you hear it? I can do that. So I might leave that on there. I'm going to go ahead and set this guitar up. I got to get the ride height right. And I got to get it tuned. And then I got to do the intonation. So let me get that done. And then we're going to test our guitar out. Okay, I got the guitar semi set up. I think the bridge on the high side of the strings, the low side of the strings here, needs to be tuned just a little higher. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to retune the guitar. I'm not plugged in, okay? Hold on a minute. I was so excited that I wanted to hear it, I forgot to actually plug the guitar into the amp. So we're going to go ahead and plug it in. Okay. Now this is a 5-position situation. We got a 3-way switch over here. I think I need to adjust my pickups a little bit. The pickups are, I don't know what's going on down. Okay, here we go. This really isn't about playing the guitar, it's more about the bridge. What's my conclusion on the Floyd Rose Bridge and, of course, the brass big block? What are we looking at, my friend Pete? Let me go ahead and explain what we're looking at here. Is it worth the $100+ to buy this bridge? It was very, very tempting not to buy it due to the fact of the money situation. With the bridge and with the bridge and the block and the springs and everything I bought came to almost $200. I think it was 198 bucks. So it is an expensive guitar lesson, but my guitar is now out of tune, and I still got a tinker toy with it, but I'll get it to work. I'm glad that I bought the bridge, and once again, if you're into this style of playing, then yes, the bridge is well worth buying. And that's basically all I got to say. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, replacing the bridge that came with the Peavey Axcelerator AX. This is a collector guitar, by the way. You probably don't think so because the name of it is Peavey. This is a USA 100% authentic made guitar. Everything in it is 100% authentic, made in America, including all the electronics. And now the bridge itself, which the bridge was already made, the pickups, they're made in Texas. The guitar neck, like I said, I had to change it out to a USA model Falcon neck, which is a maple, beautiful neck that it is. Okay, and it's actually got Fender tuning pegs on it, gold Fender tuning. You know, I think these are actually the original Peavey. These are actually the original Peavey. I put them on this neck. So we'll take it easy. We'll see you later. And always remember, if you need a Floyd Rose Bridge, Floyd Rose is there to help you, all the way down there in Florida. We'll see you later. I don't need this anymore. I'm not going to use it, and it was something that I made to lock the bridge in. We don't need it on this anymore. It's a done deal. Take it easy, people. We'll see you later.